Hello again, welcome to another segment of getting to know the AVRUB application. On this session, I'm going to be going over the meter uRead interface. I've gone over the meter entry proprietary for UB in other videos, but in this case I'm going to be focusing on the uRead interface. Now the uRead interface is involving the uRead app for your mobile device, uRead 1 and the uRead 5 apps. Both of them are going to be different. The uRead 1 is strictly only for wired file transferring. The uRead 5 app is strictly for, actually that's not strictly, it caters to both, but it's mainly for wireless file transferring. Now, whenever you're trying to create a new file for reading, you access the uRead data upload. From here, you have the option of distinguishing which type of file you want to create for uRead 1 app or uRead 5 app. uRead 1, we will need to unselect wireless upload and then choose the selection whether you want uRead meters only or all meters. In this case, I'm just going to select all meters. Finally, we go to select the district we want to utilize or build a file for that matter. In this case, I'm going to be using District 245. As you can see, it shows it on the left side of the grid. Gives you the district information, and it shows you which meters to include, but it has yet to list the amount of routes in that district. For you to do that, you have to click on Prepare Data. You can also choose multiple districts by just adding another one here. For example, I'm going to just choose the first district, Shelford Mud here. You can actually do multiple districts. This is how you would do it. In order to prepare the file in the background that includes both districts, all you got to do is click on Prepare Data. Once this is done, we're going to move on over to Select Routes so we can build multiple different routes. So as you can see now, the routes are populated with the number of routes that are in that district, not necessarily the number for the route, but the number of actual routes that are in the district. So we're going to go to Select Routes. We're going to add a route. In this case, we're going to utilize this one, 245. It has two routes. So we're going to just do all start and the end sequence, all the sequences in this route. And now we actually have the capabilities to build files for individual read areas. So in this case, I have previously set this district up to have three read areas, but disregard the sewer. It's not necessarily a metered service, so I just set it up like that in the rate tables. For this example, I'm just going to select all services. I'm going to choose myself as a meter reader. Okay, and then I'm going to add another route for the other district. Let's just do 106, the first one, and all services, and then select Mr. Testy McTesterson is my other test subject here. Once I'm happy with my selections, I prepared data for both districts. I selected different routes and different districts. I'm going to now hit submit, and the expected output is going to be a little interesting. Instead of having one output file as we're accustomed to in UVision, we're now going to be able to have two sets of 4 files for each device. I'm going to go ahead and pause this and let it restart whenever it's completed. Okay, now as you can see, the scheduled task has been completed. It was created, it was set in motion. Now we did run into an issue with this 999 cannot be displayed using 99. The reason for that is because there's a little bug with how codes, handheld codes, in reference to predetermined user-defined codes, and the fact that we cannot utilize 3-digit codes in these files. This is going to be a bug that needs to be fixed. But regardless, the task has been completed. Now, as you can see, we expect to have 2 sets of 4 files. In this case, the 888 is for my Testy McTesterson user meter reader, and 987 is for my my personal testing meter reader account. And then at the very end, you'll notice that there is a upload schedule rejected accounts listing. What this provides the user is a listing of accounts that have an invalid route or sequence. Once the user receives this report, they can go back into these accounts and possibly reassign routes or sequence so that they can be included inside the file properly. Alright, let's go back here. Okay. Now the way that this works in uVision is that in uVision there's an actual batch file that gets ran whenever you're uploading files into the device. Unfortunately, we don't have that capability here in WebUB. It's actually a little bit different. What the user would need to do is actually download the file into the device directly. So you would click on the link for the file that you want. You would hit Save File. And right now it's actually saving the file to your default web browser download location. I'm going to go ahead and navigate to that location. It's actually going to be under Downloads. Just bear with me for a second. Alright, now you can see the files are right here. Now these other ones are just the copies of them. I'm gonna just utilize the ones that I have already downloaded before. I will have to copy them and then navigate over to my device. For comical reasons, I named it that in particular. Navigate over to my phone, navigate over to the AVR folder, go to import, and then copy again, and paste them over here, overlay my old ones. Now, if you see here, notice the difference in the naming and the prefixes inside the file name. In uRead version 1, the application itself does not recognize a file with these prefixes. So what we would have to do, those are my old ones, is actually get rid of the prefixes so that the application can recognize the file name. Alright, now the file is ready to take reads. So what I'm going to do in my device is navigate over to my, unfortunately you can't see this, but I'm going to be doing this in the background. I'm navigating over to the uRead app. I'm going to log in and take a couple of reads. What's going to end up happening is that this folder right here, well not this folder, but the export folder, once I post one read, it's going to update this folder with two files, the header for the route and then the actual route data. So I'm going to press pause and put some reads and then populate this folder. Okay, I'm entering the read right now, 22800. Done. Okay, now new files have been generated into my export file folder, excuse me. Let me see. I'll open it and show you what read I put in via Notepad. Alright, so this is the read 22800 is the read that I put in for the main meter. The one underneath that has to do with the second read area. Okay. So now that I've completed my reads, this is just a small sample of them. In order for us to post these reads, I actually have to upload them into WebUB instead of actually dragging and dropping them into the WebUB directory. So in order to do that, let's go back to WebUB. I want to go to uRead data download. In this particular scenario, we're going to be utilizing the USB download function. We're going to go select the file. For the header, click on Browse. Navigate over to my device. Go to Phone, AVR, Export. Click on the header, hit Open, and then hit Upload. And the second file that we're going to have to upload is the actual route data file. Go back to the device, go to Phone, AVR, export, go to route. There have also been some precautionary measures implemented to where you can't mistakenly put the header file inside the route file and the route file as a header file. Once we're ready to continue and post the actual reads, just click on submit. Alright, task ID has been issued to this task. We're about to see the log, and as you can see, there has been one successful file posting, or download for that matter. And all this is the same information in the log. You can test this for yourself. Alright, so the next thing to do is actually to print your download file. Here, so in order for us to view and print and view and edit the file that we just downloaded, we click on the little lookup, the uRead download lookup, select our USB file, click on find. You'll notice this is the most recent one that I created that has one route for 245. Click on this and hit submit. Once the task has been completed, you'll notice that there's two different files, excuse me, two different reports generated. The CSV and the PDF. It's the same information in different formats. But as you can see, it lists the reads that were posted and the time. That's pretty much all this is for print download. We go back to the final step, or actually the second to last step, is going to be your actual posting of the reads. Click on post of the reads, you do the same, you navigate over to the file that you just printed. Click in USB, find, click on the link, then you load your readings. Now the load button is new feature as opposed to what you would experience in the print download. The load readings pulls the reads from that file that you downloaded, and it populates the review readings field. Just give it a second. I'll actually pause it and then come back to whenever it populates. Now you can see the review readings tab and the grid below it that shows you the reads that are in this file. Now here you can actually do a couple of things. You can resequence the route, or we can actually delete reads that you don't want to post by just clicking the little X button on the right side. But for testing purpose, I'm just going to go ahead and post what we have. Once you're happy with your reads, you're done with deleting the reads that are unnecessary. If you need to, click on submit. You should be ready to post. At the end, it'll generate a listing for successful posted reads. I'm going to click pause and wait till it completes and then show you the final product. So here's the final PDF file, or record, excuse me. It's the same report as the other one, but it just tells you, well, it's a little different actually. Let me go ahead and zoom in. It tells you if these reads were actually posted. Because there were some errors and validation with the other ones, and the reverse reads with no consumption, it didn't post them. Okay, let's go ahead and close this one. That's pretty much everything that has to do with the uRead. The final option is going to deal with the maintenance of your files that you've created in the past and are in history. For this, just click on Manage Downloads. Click on either your wireless or USB. It doesn't matter what it is, but in this case, we're just going to do posted downloads for USB. It's populating. Okay, let's go right to the top. This is the last one that I posted. From here you can delete anything that's in history that's no longer necessary. So I'm just going to delete, click on this little box here. Okay, because it's been posted. Go here. See, that's how you go about deleting files. Okay, well, that completes the video regarding uRead interface. You're more than welcome to look at other videos to find out more information about what Meter is and what the meter reading interfaces. Thank you. Have a good day.